A nationwide state of emergency has been declared in Malaysia to halt the spread of COVID-19. The Prime Minister has promised a general election once the outbreak is under control.
Malaysia's emergency decree comes on the back of the ruling Perikatan Nasional coalition losing its majority in parliament. So just how much of this is about political survival? Joining us live now is Khor Yu Leng. She's Southeast Asia Research Director at Segi Enam Advisors. Yu Leng, the announcement of a state of emergency in Malaysia, is it a surprise?
Hi, Dawn. It was really quite a surprise. It came out this morning, and yesterday everyone had already been waiting for days for the Muhyiddin administration to announce more stringent measures to contain this rise of COVID-19, where we're seeing cases, the counts announced anyway, at 2,000-3,000 a day. So I think it was quite a relief, although, the business lobbies had tried to push back against it, that these restrictions would come in. A lot of social distancing will be happening for the next 2 weeks. And I think everyone was kind of glad that it had come through, although some people obviously not happy either. But there was quite a lot of relief that the government was taking things seriously. And then this morning, this huge wham, emergency with a capital E. Real surprise.
Well, given the political wrangling in the lead up to this, how much of this is about Prime Minister Muhyiddin's holding on to his grip on power, and how much is it about the pandemic?
Well, almost immediately, people started circulating things on social media to kind of, joke about this aspect of it, because, we have, if you're helping the people, so this was one of the quips, if you're helping the people, you're shutting things down for 2 weeks. But to help on the politics, you're shutting things down for, around 7 months or so. So this huge gap between the, helping the people with 2 weeks and helping, again, the people with 7 months or yourself, this really comes in. It's really second time lucky for Muhyiddin, because he's been toying with emergency with a capital E before. COVID-19 situation is a lot worse than earlier as well. And I guess a lot of people are not sure why the king has changed his mind about broad emergency powers, but there it is.
And so, Yu Leng, with Parliament not sitting right now, how will the opposition react to this?
Well, this is really uncharted territory because, this big emergency powers is a real rarity in Malaysia. And of course, ironically and sadly, Muhyiddin had to clarify this is not a coup, nor does it involve curfew. So it's a lot of confusion about things. Clearly, you can't go to, at the next parliament session. In fact, maybe this, removes 2 parliament sessions. It's a very odd time frame that they've set as well, right? Because it doesn't align with the COVID restriction time frame of 2 weeks. Neither does it align with, people normally saying 1 month or 3 months or 6 months. It's just a very arbitrary time frame that they've put in. But I think the political analysts do point out that this will remove 2 parliamentary sittings. So, the opposition has been quite strong, I guess. Their performance obviously disappointed a lot of people when they were, in power. But, they're quite used to being in opposition and not having a place to discuss things. And of course, at Parliament, there's been a bit of unhappiness even within the Perikatan Nasional coalition. Clearly, you can see that 2 of the UMNO MPs have disavowed their support for Muhyiddin, and there we go. He's gone into a minority situation, and he has immediately on his side this big emergency power. So a lot of people will join the dots. Of course, you have a lot of people, the public as well, who are very disenchanted with politics, and everyone will be focused on COVID at this point. I think getting their kids ready for distance learning. Some people rushing to the shops. I don't think people are really worried about supplies and things, but you might not want to go to the supermarket so often as you did before. So people will be preoccupied, and let's see how Muhyiddin behaves with these big powers.
All right, many thanks for your thoughts this evening. Khor Yu Leng from Segi Enam Advisors.